What would you do if you had a house that was vacant? One day you just decide to stop by and check it out. But as you go to unlock the door, you notice your key don't work. This is odd. You put the key back in and you wiggling around trying to figure out what's going on. You're still trying to open your door. You try the key again and again and again. This door just will not open. And right as you begin to get extremely frustrated, thinking something is wrong with your key, you see someone standing right inside your house. What the hell are you doing inside my house? They look at you right in your face and say,
Your house? This is my house right now. I'm leasing it and I've already changed the locks.
yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have a squatter on your hands. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Kareem with NewTX Realty, real estate broker and investor here in Dallas, Texas. And today we'll be talking about squatters. What are squatters? What's this I hear about squatter rights? This is an old phenomenon that's been blowing up everywhere. And it's very important that you understand these situations. If not, you can literally go to jail for attempting to remove these criminals from your house. As always, if these videos provide value to you or someone you know, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Also, hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we drop new content. If you haven't heard of this word before, consider yourself lucky. Squatting is an act of occupying an unoccupied or abandoned building or land without the owner's permission. It's an illegal occupancy. Due to us living in a developed nation, whenever someone is squatting or illegally occupying your property for a certain amount of time, they gain something called squatter rights. We are governed by laws and not chaos and anarchy. This is why we can't just go into our property that we own where someone is criminally breaking in and trespassing and grab them and throw them out of there. No, 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 no. We must go through the courts. Why do we have squatter rights? You mean to tell me a person can illegally enter my property and they gain rights? What about my rights? The reason for this is because of something called adverse possession. This is the legal term that we learned in real estate school. So, adverse possession allows basically a trespasser, whether it's a complete stranger or a neighbor or a friend, it allows them to gain legal title over your property. This is an old concept developed way back in British days. So today, its function is mainly to achieve a fair result when one owner has neglected or forgotten about a piece of property while another has been using or caring for that piece of property. If you're not going to use it and someone else comes along and uses it, basically the courts are just going to grant it to them because, as I said before, we are in a developed nation. And in a developed nation, houses are for what? They're for us to live in. So that's why this whole concept was developed way back when. Just know, and by they, I mean these squatters, they will be granted legal ownership of your property if you are not using the property and they were able to stay in that property for a specific amount of time without you doing anything. Now, squatter rights vary state by state. So here in Texas, where I live, it's much harder for squatters because they have to be in a home for numerous years without the owner's permission. Also, here in Texas, eviction procedures are much quicker than, let's say, a New York or a California. In New York and California, I've heard about cases of eviction where it takes years to get someone out of your house. So, thankfully, and I'm very thankful, here in Texas, we don't have that issue. Now, listen to me closely because when I read this, it completely blew my mind. In New York City, and what's today's date? March 24th. A person can claim squatter rights after just 30 days. Oh my gosh. After 30 days of being in your house illegally, they can just say, yeah, I got squatter rights now. So you can't call the cops to get me kicked out or arrested for trespassing. You got to go through the courts. That's insane. Matter of fact, right now, there's a story that went national regarding a 47-year-old woman named Adele. So this woman's parents, I guess they passed away and they left her $1 million home. So while she's grieving and about the death of her parents and preparing to bury them, she decides, okay, I'm just going to sell the property. So in the midst of going through all of this and getting the house ready to sell, someone moved into the property. And because they were there longer than 30 days, she has to take them to court. And this story is so twisted. When she went to the house and called the police to help her with these criminals in her home, the police didn't arrest the criminals. They arrested her, the homeowner. And what's so crazy, they arrested her, the homeowner, for interfering with the criminals illegally occupying her home. I cannot make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. If you told me this was America, I think you were lying. This is why, guys, you must be cognizant of where you live and what the laws are, regardless of what your politics are. If someone can illegally enter your home and after 30 days, they have rights and you can't even call the police to get these burglars out, I don't want to live there. And you may not want to live there. I mean, especially in this whole work from home society, what if I travel for work and I'm gone for 6 months or a year? What if my parents died and I'm grieving and I got to go through the whole process of burying them and going through probate and all these other things? You see, in my opinion, 30 days is way too short of a time frame. It don't make no sense. Let's say we're dealing with this. We need to figure out how we avoid this. What are some steps that I can do to protect my property? Because like I said, I may be traveling for work. I may be on assignment. I may be doing something. I may be in between tenants. There's so many things that I can be doing that contributed to my house being vacant for more than 30 days. One of the first things we need to do, you need to make sure you're doing frequent inspections of your properties. Not only do you need to do frequent inspections, you need to make sure you have alarm systems. You need to make sure you have security cameras. If you have a property that you don't live near to, you may even need to consider hiring a firm that can manage that property. By taking these precautions, a landlord or an owner can protect themselves and keep squatters from even moving in the first place. Now, there are other issues starting to become very prevalent across this country. Reports are even saying this is the result of all the massive increases in homelessness. But if you are a property owner and someone is squatting in your property, call the police and find a real estate lawyer immediately. Also, you want to be sure to check in with your local housing authority, your city council, and the court system so they can give you valuable resources and support on this very important issue. Just remember, although you may see these incidents and immediately think, oh, it'll never happen to me, let's be mindful. These issues are becoming much more prevalent all over the country. Criminals are exploiting laws and finding creative ways to steal, scam, and break the law. We got to remain vigilant and informed on these laws so we're prepared in the event we have to face a similar incident. As the saying goes, you got to stay ready so you don't got to get ready. Please subscribe, hit the like notification bell on the YouTube channel, and share this video for more valuable financial insights. This is Kareem with NewTX Realty, and until next time.